For the fourth day, I did another card, and this one is a very simple card. I used the nested essential dies, and I used the two different sized banners, and then I did the flag over here. The other thing that I used for this set was, for this card, was the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. And that was what I made more of my focal point, was this beautiful plaid embossing folder so you can feel the texture. Yeah, I just thought that was really cute. Now I looked at the DSP and I used those dies, and I just kind of put them around the paper and saw where it would cut out a cute little shape. Now see, if you can see this one, I got about the same one on the paper. This one, this little guy, he stamped on that paper in a couple different places, and this time I got a different graphic, bit of artwork on the top of him. But I thought those two worked really well together. And then on the inside, I have the white, and then I stamped an image on there. So we'll get started with that one really quick. This one is really quick. I went ahead and cut it all out and everything. It's a standard size card. That's the 8.5 by the 5.5. And instead of this way, I'm going to have the card go this way. So we'll go ahead and burnish that edge so that it lays flatter, better. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put and then I cut another piece in the red, in the real red, and then I cut this one just a little bit smaller so that it's bordered, got a little bit of a frame, and then I went ahead and embossed that. So we will go ahead and add that piece to the card base. So I'm going to go ahead and use the glue to glue it down. Go ahead and put it on this side, and you just want to center that on that card base as best as you can. Press it down. Okay, and then these little guys, I'm going to attach them with the Stampin' Dimensionals. So just kind of put them around those pieces that were cut out. And you could use any shapes you wanted. I just thought these fit really well. I thought they cut those cute little graphics out well, and they fit well on the card. So like I said, I can make the focal point the beautiful plaid embossing. So we'll just add those on there. Oh, and actually for this side I didn't use I actually used a mini glue dot. So we'll go ahead and put this one down. Get those backings off of those dimensionals. There we go. And then I just kind of put it just a little bit in from the side and kind of centered it up and down on there. And like I said, for that side, since he is going to be butted up against there, I don't want him to be pushed up too, so I'm going to use just a little mini glue dot instead, so that he will at least stick to that one, but he's not going to be popped up. So we'll get that off of there. Okay. Oh, get the backings off of those others, off of those dimensionals. Alrighty. And then this one, I kind of want to, I don't want them centered. I want them kind of aligned at the bottom more so that he's kind of there. Okay, now for the banner. I'm going to use the Christmas is Better Together, and I'm going to stamp it in the real red. So we'll go ahead and get that opened up. Get it stamped. Oh, looks like my real red is drying out a little bit. Gonna have to get it re-inked. And yeah, I've been using it a lot this week, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's just a little bit dried out. Okay, so and I just kind of want to stamp it about center on that little banner tag. Get that cleaned off of there. Okay. Get that close up for now. I am going to need it again because I'm going to be using it on the inside as well for the card. But we will go ahead and get this added to the front. So I'm going to use my dimensionals on this little banner sentiment. So we'll get those added. Okay, let me see if I have another. Yeah, I'll use this half of one that's kind of hanging off the side. I'll put that one in the middle. Get the backings off. Okay, and then we're just gonna put it over here on the side a little bit. Okay. Now I did add some little peppermints around it, just to give it a little more character. You can leave it blank if you want to. It's kind of up to you. There we go. And then for the little bow underneath, I just cut a section of the baker's twine, and I just wrapped it around my fingers is what I did. And then I'm going to wrap it around, and then I'm going to tie a little bow with it. Now whenever I do this on camera, I can never get it right. So there we go. Okay, so it's just a loopy bow with a couple of loops going on there, and then I will use a mini glue dot to put it underneath that banner. So we'll get that attached, and then I just kind of put it about middle of there. So there's just kind of hanging out. That way it really, the main focal point is that beautiful plaid. Okay, so now we'll work on the inside. So I'm going to use the May All Your Days Be Full of Cheer stamp. That one's also from the Reindeer Fun stamp set. So we'll get that added. And then I'm going to use that one and that one. So I will need the snowflakes again. And I will also need the little one of the mom and the baby. So we'll get those added. Okay. So first off, I'll use that real red, and I'm going to have to get this re-inked because it is drying up on me. It's funny how you use a lot of red at Christmas time. So, and then I put this kind of up on the top corner, and I didn't center that very well on my stamp block. So it is kind of crooked. That's okay though. That's okay. Get that cleaned off of that real red. Get that closed up. And then for the snowflakes, I kind of put those just around that sentiment, just to give it a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Okay, get that one closed up, and then I used the pecan pie for the mom and baby. And I just kind of stamped that down here in the corner. So we really don't need to stamp that up all the way, but because we're just gonna kind of just about like that. There we go. Get that cleaned off. Alrighty. Get the ink pad closed up. So there is our inside, and I always like to stamp it before I put it inside the card, because then if I did something wrong, I could try again. So yeah, I always like to do that, because sometimes I'll drop a block, or I'll drop an ink pad, gotta get a smudge, something. This way you have a second chance at it. And I'm just going to go ahead and use the Stampin' Seal for adhesive to put it on the inside. And there we go. So there is your card. Now remember how we did the envelope for the first card? You could use that same envelope for this one, since it's got the mom and baby on there. So the envelope could be used for both. So that is that card.